our connection to the divine hierarchy, is the source of a triumphal power which the gods of this world cannot stop. They are unable to defeat the power and authority of those connected to the divine hierarchy. But it's very important to understand that that connection has nothing to do with who we are as personalities. It is personality which impedes our connection to the divine hierarchy. So it is in the setting down of personality, and it is engaging in a ascetic, a discipline that is devoid of us as personalities. So there is no personal glory that's to be had from our connection to the divine hierarchy. It's not about us, but it is about who we are as beings connected to the divine. So as personalities, we have very little value. But it is only as personalities that we are able to discover the necessity of connecting to the divine hierarchy and enhancing and reshaping and reforming and glorifying our being. Our being has been undisclosed. It is not readily apparent because our personality is so large and so much in the front of who we are that it's impossible early on in life to understand the nature of our own being. But as we are inspired and as we meditate and reflect and begin to set down our personality in as many ways as we possibly can, it is then that we emerge as a triumphal power reigning over the gods of this world. And they have no ability to defeat us. But we have to say out of personality. Our personality has to go away. But it doesn't go away by being stomped on or kicked to the side. That's not how it works. In my experience, it's about doing my work. It's going to the gym, not for the sake of my own glorification, but it's the intensification of my energies. It is the glory of exertion in my connection to the divine hierarchy. It's not about getting ready for a fight. It's about something different. And that ability to say no is paramount. We must be able to say no to the things of this world, to the pleasures of this world, to the lusts of this world. And in saying no, we rise in the divine hierarchy. And our power becomes more and more real and prevalent and in the fore as our personality moves behind and becomes less and less. So it's that asceticism, that ability to say no, to discipline ourselves, to begin the routines that are going to be very important for the triumph of the cosmos as it begins to overcome the power of the beast. So I'm drawing quite a distinction there. Certainly the cosmos contains the beast. But I think we can move beyond the beast in the context of the cosmos. That the heavenly joy that is here leaves the beast behind. And as the cosmos hurtles forward in its expansion, it expands away from the beast. And that is a guideline for us to expand, to become a larger being, no longer in the presence of the beast. The beast is not showing itself through us. It has been subdued by the asceticism of the saints. And that be you, and that be me. So I'm using that kind of honorific very purposefully, because that is what it is. It's a moving beyond the ordinary reality which we occupy and it is moving into the divine reality. And as such, we are rising in the heavenly patriarchies. A very important thing to understand, that there's an order, a very important order. And the feminine is an important part of that order. So I'm going to introduce a concept that's pretty obscure, but those of you who have the desire, I would wish you would look into Barbelo, Barbelo, Barbelo. And Barbelo is the very first emanation from the Father. So think of that in a way that's a meditation, a contemplation. The first emanation of the Father was Barbelo. And Barbelo is female. And that's a very important thing to think about. So I'll say it again. The first emanation of the Father was Barbelo. And I would urge you to look up Barbelo and to see what you can find. It's a fascinating study, something which is clouded in a lot of mystery, and it's a secret in a way. Secrets are things that people don't tell one another. Mysteries are something different. But there is a secretism here that's important to understand, but it's also the unfolding or the unlocking of a great mystery. So we can begin to tell the secret in order to begin to understand the mystery of Barbelo. And it's a fascinating thing to discuss, and I'm going to discuss it more, but I want you to, have a look, check it out. And the next time we discuss Barbelo, I think you'll have a little bit of an understanding of where we can go with this as part of our meditations. So meditating on the divine hierarchy, meditating on your own ascesis, your own ability to forsake the pleasures of this world, the lusts or the 7 deadly sins or whatever have you, they need to be considered. And in that consideration, they are to be set aside. If you come to the conclusions that I do, you will set aside those things. And in that setting aside, in that saying of no to those things, you say yes to the things which are ultimately the triumphal order of the cosmos. And it is a triumphal order, and it will overcome the beast in every way and in every circumstance. So that is the work I do, to find the ascesis, the asceticism necessary to increase my own connection to the divine hierarchy. And that is my calling. And I've spoken in the past before about callings. And one of the things that I want to clarify is the calling does not include our personality. Our calling, it doesn't have very much to do with the us that most of us know. They are not the connections of ego, which is often talked about. So this is not a question of ego. It's a question of learning to set aside what some call ego, I call personality, but as a way to increase our connection to the divine and to increase our own ability to become. This is the act of becoming, as I understand it. And it's been true for me. And I can feel it. I can feel the energy and the essence of becoming in the context of my own personal experiences and my own meditations and my own aliveness and lightness of being when I am in the moment connected to the divine, perhaps through a writer, perhaps through a piece of art, some inspirational thing. And it's so glorious to sense that connection. So when I do these podcasts, I sense that connection. That's why I do it. I don't ask for money. I don't ask for clicks or subscriptions or, Any of that stuff. Just I don't care. But I do care about this message, this connection. It's not a message, it's a connection. I hope you get it. I hope you get inspired to want to know more, to expand who you are, to open your mind up. And I would say consciousness, because I'm going to say it on purpose, consciousness. It is not a thing of itself. Consciousness, to me, is my being. But what I'm saying is consciousness as an awareness. That's what it is to me. It's awareness. I'm conscious of these things around me. I'm conscious of the divine hierarchy. I'm conscious of my place in it. And I'm conscious, very conscious of the fact that if I want to move up and increase the connection of my being to the divine, I must develop an ascetic. So in a way, it's like going to the gym. You have a plan, and you do that plan. And you do it, and you do it, and you do it, and you exert yourself. And in that exertion, there is a connection which is so profound and so delightful and so beautiful that I urge you to go to that gym in the sky, and exert yourself and find your brothers and sisters there and connect with them and join with them and they with you in your exertions to become more than you are right now. Amen.